So it's time to chat about it. Got a midget and a Jew, so why don't you sit down and listen to our dope podcast during lunch, dinner, or breakfast. Brad Williams and Adam Ray are here for you any time of the day. So come on and treat yourself right. It's about last night.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is the About Last Night show. Did you miss us?
Hey-ho.
We missed you. I'm Brad Williams. There's my co-host over there with a fancy new haircut, Adam Ray. And
It's a little Jersey Shore-esque, which I didn't realize until people were like, a couple people, the same thing that they did when I first bought my vest, when they're like, hey, Marty McFly called, he wants his Back to the Future vest back.
Pauly D called. He wanted his hair back.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, see,
I've been fist pumping nonstop, so I think I'm asking for it.
I would go less Jersey Shore and more like you look like the Jewish Bart Simpson.
Oh my God.
Don't have a cow, man, as long as it's kosher.
Oh my God. Brad Williams.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you're a comedian.
Before we...
what would his name be? What would Jewish Bart Simpson's name be?
Bart Simpsonberg. Or
Bartholomew, wait.
Bartholomew Simpsonberg?
Or, yeah, Simpsonberg.
Simpsonstein? Simpstein?
Don't have a cowman as long as it's kosher. Dude,
That is your first T-shirt, Adam,
yeah,
right?
That's hilarious.
Before we get everything out of the before we get into the fun stuff, we just got to get a little business out of the way, and that is you probably noticed that we were gone for 2 weeks. Half of that was because I had some acting work, which we will talk about, and then Adam was busy, but then also because some things are happening here at the GoCast Network. I wish I could talk in detail about it, but I really can't. Just know that there's changes being made at the top. Management going through some stuff. Mommy and Daddy are fighting. We like Mommy and Daddy. We love Mommy and Daddy, but they're fighting. So we don't know.
It's one of those things where they're fighting with the door closed, and you can kind of hear through it, but you hear like, and you're like, all right, did he
like, wait,
with the belt or did he spank her?
Yeah, who hit who? That's
Yeah.
either sex or I should jump in there with a 911 call.
Put your tits on these pancakes. No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we just want to let you, our loyal fans, know that do not delete our podcast. Stay subscribed because, to be honest, we don't know where we're going to end up. I know GoCast is being retooled. We may stay here. We may go and do our own thing. We may join some other networks. But just know that we will continue to do a podcast. You may have some spacing, couple weeks in between shows, but while we get it figured out. But we will get back to a normal schedule. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for rating us on iTunes. Thank you for leaving comments. Thank you for the tweets. We read all of them because we're egomaniacs and we like to read our Twitters and see what happens. But thank you. But yeah, the other week that we didn't do a podcast, I was busy because I got an acting job at the most prestigious network in the land. Yeah, right. The most prestigious network in the land.
Logo?
Not Logo, but right there.
Logo's the gay and lesbian network.
Yeah, right there. I got an acting job on Nickelodeon. And as soon as they cast me on a Nickelodeon sitcom, I thought, wow, these guys have not seen my YouTube videos.
What if they had just cast you to dance Gangnam Style? That would have been amazing. That would have been brilliant, actually. Are you kidding me? I don't know why a show hasn't picked you up to do that yet.
Right? Just to dance,
I'm serious.
Dance Gangnam Style?
I mean, the only reason it doesn't have millions of hits is because the right sites haven't picked it up yet.
Right.
And because, but...
it'll happen.
What did you do on the show?
Well, the show is called Sam and Cat, and it's not out yet, but it's some spin-off of the iCarly show.
Then it's gonna be that has a built-in following.
Talk about a built-in following. There's these two girls who are playing the characters Sam and Cat, and I'm talking with them. I'm like, "Oh, you guys are so cute. You're young. Don't worry. I'll watch my language."
Yeah.
And then
ever seen a midget's ass? Yeah.
But like, I'm trying to be nice because I know I have a filthy mouth, and then they look at me like, "Motherfucker, I'm 20." You're like, "What?"
Oh yeah, dude. Kids swear way more than adults.
Yeah, and I thought they were 12.
Yeah.
Because they look 12 and they're on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
And then they're like, I'm 20. And they started making dirty jokes. And you're like, oh shit, now I'm the creepy uncle.
Sure.
So it happens. And then I looked them up on Twitter. Ariana Grande is one of the names of the actresses. She's got 5 million followers on Twitter.
Jesus Christ.
5 million. Million. I'm
so
sitting here in my 21,000 going, I'm hot shit. I'm the man.
Oh, yeah, dude.
21,000 followers.
Yo,
I could send out a tweet and have 5 people at a pizza place tonight. That's what I could do.
Isn't that nuts? Even Julia Louis-Dreyfus has like 120,000.
Right. And you're like, you were on Seinfeld, the greatest sitcom of all time.
Wow,
you're on
dude.
Veep, which is an amazing show, and
Doesn't
you got 120,000.
Doesn't matter.
But man, you
Do you dress like you're 25 but look like you're 5? Dude, that's and obviously you when you say she looks 12, I 100% believe you, because just the way, obviously, all the image driven shit, and it's gotten even worse with more and more magazines and sites and just rating systems and whatever, and just the way that people this day and age are comparing themselves nonstop. You see these girls wearing like dressing like they're 25. It's like, dude, you're at the mall. It's just like you see, oh shit, let me go hit on that girl. Like, she's working on some, little notebook. You're like, hey, what you working on? Can you buy you a drink? She's like, I'd love to, but I got to finish studying for my spelling test. You're like, oh shit, how old are you? 9. Cool. You look like you're 40.
Moving on. And it was made even more creepy with the fact that one of the stars of the show, I will not say which one, was getting text messages from a friend of mine, who is 40. And
God.
he was texting her. She is 20 and looks 12.
You know what though? But
he did not know that I was there, obviously. And she's like bragging about, oh my God, so and so's texting me, and I'm just like, oh.
Is the 20? See, now the 40 to 20 age difference. I know it like. And maybe I'm starting to get defensive because I'm anticipating being in that similar situation.
Because you're 30 and not looking to settle.
Yeah, but I mean, I think what it is, you have to break it down like in different stages of life. 40 to 20, there's gonna be some questions from mom and dad.
Right? Like, why is your boyfriend older than me?
Sure. 60 to 40, no, it's acceptable. You're both adults. You're both halfway through life.
Yeah.
You can make your own decisions.
Sure.
Hey. 20 and fetus, that's probably, hey man,
that's a little.
You're probably gonna ask, hey, so what are your intentions with my daughter? Well, first of all, sir, I'd like to see her born.
Yeah, if she comes out happy and healthy, then we could talk. See, this goes back to a joke I have in my stand-up, where if there's the guys out there that want to go for the girls that look, like they're 10, like they're like, I'm a pedophile, but I can't commit. Just date midgets. That's all I'm saying. Just date midgets. That's all you got to do. There's plenty of them out there. Yeah. We look young, but we're older.
You can feed that child like.
Yeah, I've had sex with plenty of dwarfs where I've looked down and go, all right, this kind of looks wrong.
Whoa, for real,
dude? Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, I have. And it's
based on the size of the anatomy. Or?
Everything. Yeah, based on the size of everything. Because
she was eating a snow cone. I mean, there was just like,
it's like, did you have to wear a Dora the Explorer T-shirt? Did you have to do that? And you're singing the Go Diego Go theme song. Really? I mean, because this is getting kind of creepy. Oh, but it was a blast. I had fun on Sam and Cat. But it was weird, though, because it's like a kid's sitcom.
Right.
So you're there all day doing, like, kids' jokes.
Live audience?
No. Laugh track. So that's going to be fun. I don't know if I'm even allowed to say that, but...
obviously. Yeah,
it's obvious. Yeah, it's a laugh track.
Wait, so your character is...
Oh, my character is Hector. Don't be fooled by the sound of the...
If you had a mustache and a sombrero... There would be no reason for them not to have you dance Gangnam Style.
My character is Hector. My character is someone
they mistake you for a piñata, like
close. Well, the girls are having a feud with the bad guy, and I'm the bad guy's best friend.
Awesome.
So they kidnap me to hold for ransom until the bad guy gives them what they want. Now, here's the thing with my character is that I didn't speak English. I didn't speak any language. I spoke gibberish. So I was talking. So in the
audition, they asked you to make up your own language?
Yes. So I believe my first
What type of research do you do for that?
I just go to Koreatown. And then just try to rinse and repeat.
Just order something.
Yeah, just go to any Chinese restaurant.
Order something not on the menu and listen to them yell at you.
Yeah. Ah, shit. Okay, there it is. Can you say that again slower?
Yeah.
Like, so in in the audition, I'm just supposed to be like really angry and yelling in a crazy language. So I'm like, and it's funny because I was literally like looking around the room, and like when I would see objects, I would turn that into a gibberish word. So if I saw like a coffee mug, I'd be like mug luck or like something like that. So it ended up being like a lot of like just random objects in the room. But it's interesting to do a language because then I would actually have the guys who were on the script like walk up to me and say, we really need you to say the gibberish that we wrote for you.
Oh, Jesus
I'm like,
Christ.
You
Easy,
really?
buddy. Easy.
Yeah, it's because, but the thing was, they have a lot of inside jokes. Like they would have like writers' last names in the gibberish.
Yeah, I mean, I guess give it to him.
So it's like, all right, I gotta, yeah.
And I guess but even at that point, there probably is some gibberish that's funnier than other like lines of gibberish.
So like, and the only line I got exactly right was the first line.
Greg's wife loves black dildos. So like,
So if you could just throw in, who's that porn star? Why am I blanking on my black porn stars? I should know them.
Benny's got a cyst on his taint, so say taint. So say taint cyst backwards.
Taint cyst backwards. Cystatonce.
Is that
perfect?
Is that really what it is?
I don't know. Maybe I
you just made up a type of paste picante sauce that never made it. A type of salsa that never made it. Cystatonce.
That's perfect. Yeah, like my first line was Ukadesh vle itzpak balik deku. And I had to say it like that.
I think he played for the Nuggets in '96.
Sharif Ahmad Abdul Rauf.
Yeah.
Mahmoud Rahim.
Yo, that guy.
Yeah, Mahmoud Abdul Rauf.
You know his name was like Chris Anderson or something?
Chris Jackson.
Chris Jackson.
Yeah, it was Chris Jackson.
But then he
played for the Nuggets.
Became
later the Grizzlies.
Islamic.
And then he
joined Allah or something?
Yeah, Muhammad Ahmad Abdul Rauf was his name now. And then it's like, yeah, you got to switch to that.
Mahmoud Abdul Rauf.
Yeah.
That may be the coolest name of all time.
That's what I should have done is just read off Muslim NBA players. Like
you should have, yeah.
Ahmad Abdul Rauf, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is on
Sharif
a diving
Abdul
show.
Rahim.
Sharif Abdul Rahim.
Dude, those names sound like you're putting a curse on somebody's family, B, a sex position you have to pay at least $60 for in the red light district, or D, something you don't want on your salad at the Olive Garden. Can I get the Sharif Abdul Rahim on the side?
So I want the balsamic, the sliced strawberries are cool. If you can do some avocado on there, that'd be great. But the Ahmad Abdul Rauf, it's not exactly in season. I don't know how fresh it is here. We're good. We're good on that.
I'm trying to not eat carbs.
Yeah, but it was a blast to do. So look out for Sam and Kat.
Hopefully they bring you back, man.
I would love to be brought back as Hector and come in there and just do a more gibberish.
Dude, or you know what? I mean, it'd be great if they gave you a spinoff. Also, why isn't there like, I don't know, man. There should be a dwarf show for kids on Nickelodeon.
We're working on it, sir. We're working on it.
Okay, good.
Me and the clan are doing a little.
For real?
Yeah,
you should be.
I shouldn't say the word clan though. That sounds wrong.
Why there isn't a scripted fucking dwarf show?
Right?
Not fucking dwarf show. I'm putting a fucking.
So it's like Gigolos on Showtime, but instead of just fucking dwarves.
To emphasize my excitement to seeing dwarfs on a children's network.
You know who's probably blocking it? John Stamos.
Jesus.
Stamos. By the way, he tweeted me back.
Yeah, I saw that.
John Stamos tweeted me back.
Thank you for everyone who.
Thank you. Yeah,
got on him.
All the fans of about last night kept saying, "Hey, John Stamos, why you ducking Funny Brad?
Have mercy."
And and he finally tweeted me back. He said, "I'm not scared of Funny Brad. I'm scared of his breath." So apparently John Stamos knows I have halitosis. And he told his 1 million. Nothing like when a guy tells his 1 million Twitter followers that you have bad breath.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's awful.
Yeah, because then I was getting random tweets from like Stamos fans saying like, Altoids are just a cheap cover up, man. Like,
Shut up,
I'm like,
what?
Jesus, really?
Wow, this day and age. And then you said that at one of your shows this weekend that there was another scared.
Oh yeah, there was a guy from the school of Stamos. There was a guy in the front row of my show this weekend in San Antonio. And by the way, like over 20 people, not an exaggeration, 20 people were coming up to me after shows saying, we're here because of the About Last Night podcast.
Yeah.
I counted.
That's
I
great,
counted. Like, I kept looking at my feature act and like, dude, there's another podcast one.
It's great. Dude.
It was great. So thank you guys for coming out.
Yeah.
It's always so cool because we do this in a studio. It's just you and I talking to each other.
Yeah, so we don't know the effect.
Yeah,
we can't put the faces to...
Yeah, to Ukadeshvila Itzpak Delita Ku 35 on Twitter. So, yeah.
Which, by the way, that guy's constantly retweeting Subway deals. This guy, anytime I see a new $5 footlong, he's retweeting them.
So yeah,
that always blows my mind when I would see Subway on Twitter. By the way,
right?
Like, I'm like, they would just post like, "Hey, the new turkey ranch and Swiss is, and get a free bag of chips." I'm like, dude, the only reason I'm gonna follow Subway is if you're tweeting funny shit like, "Hey, 2 lesbians just came in and stole all the tuna." LOL. I'd be like, fucking retweet that shit. That's fucking hilarious,
right? Yeah. Who's that fat that they're following like Burger King on Twitter? Like,
I mean,
who's sitting there going?
Funny, unless it was like McDonald's had like a fake like Grimace or Ronald McDonald tweeting funny shit about the restaurant.
Right.
Like, hey, another fat kid just got stuck in the ball pit. Let's fucking first guy to fish him out with one giant fry wins a free Happy Meal.
Sure. Yeah, just random stuff like that. You'd follow it, but I don't need to follow McDonald's on Twitter so I know when McRib is coming back.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I'm good
because I'll know.
Yeah.
You don't think I'm camping outside that McDonald's?
Listen, you know how when the swallows migrate to Capistrano, like it's springtime or when the groundhog pops up.
Sure.
When the black people start migrating to McDonald's, that's when you know the McRib is back. When the opening scene from The Lion King is happening, where it's barbecue sauce.
Yo. Jermaine, what's up? This man, that's it? Yeah. Fucking McRib's back. Dude, that'd be a great idea for a sketch to use the beginning of The Lion King and then insert 2 black guys waking up and then going to McDonald's to get the McRib. Yo, by the way, I like that you're saying the only time they go to McDonald's is for the McRib. Every McDonald's commercial now is
black people. Yeah,
it's really starting to.
My favorite is the newest one that's out. They have some, and I'll get back to the guy who's scared of me in San Antonio in a second.
Yes.
But there's a guy. He's a black dude sitting in McDonald's. He has the new premium McWrap, whatever their giant version of a white burrito
it's
is.
got 2 burgers and a apple pie inside of it.
Exactly. And he all he does is takes off the cap. And then from the other side of the McDonald's, the hottest black girl you've ever seen in your life, like Tyra Banks in her prime, go fuck yourself, just sees the McWrap opening and just like magically is like brought towards her, like she can't even help it. Like she's looking around like...
It's like Axe body spray.
Yeah, it's one of those. So like basically a McWrap is the black Axe body spray. Wow. So you just rub McWrap on you.
Move. Just rub McWrap on you.
Just rub McWrap on you. And McWrap is not the name of an 80s rapper from the 80s, although that would have been awesome.
Would have been great.
Yeah. Did I just say 80s rapper from the 80s? Yeah, nice job being redundant, Brad.
You know, let me say this about the McDonald's play place, too. The ball pit. Like, they need to... You wonder why that place exists, and I think I figured it out. It's because, the wages aren't so great. You're you're at McDonald's working long hours.
Right.
That McDonald's play place is like Cirque du Soleil for fat kids. Like, it's fucking... You have a...
Cirque du Fate.
Oh, yeah, dude. You're watching them climb through ball pits and slides and tubes. You might as well put a fucking treadmill in there just to top it off with things they can't do. Because they're constantly climbing and sweating and struggling. It's just, and the ball pit, first of all... That is the one. I mean, let's be honest. You see, like a fat kid get stuck in a red tube slide. It's a nice little pick me up.
Sure.
Like you feel bad, but then you're like, that's fucking hilarious because you know he's gonna get out of there.
Oh, eventually they'll just like rub some honey on there and then get him out.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you're like fucking. I love that you had the confidence to try that tube in the first place. You thought you weren't fat. You thought you could fit. You fat fuck. But the ball pit is really like it's a neutralizer because whether you're a skinny kid or a fat kid or a dwarf or 6'5",
right?
you always struggle in the ball pit.
Can't move in that
because
thing.
when God fucking created man and woman, he didn't he didn't fucking go, all right, men are gonna fucking think about fucking every 7 seconds.
Right.
Women are gonna make best friends with women at bars over a song and then talk shit about them 10 minutes later. He didn't go, oh, and then people are gonna successfully be able to climb out of plastic ball pits at fucking shitty fast food restaurants.
And on the 5th day,
God made us all appropriately equipped to climb out of plastic ball pits. Goulet.
Yeah, I believe that was the 11th commandment that broke.
Yeah, and he had Robert Goulet deliver it. No, but I mean, it's like, it really, because shit, man, I can remember, like, Discovery Zone. You remember when that existed?
Oh, DZ?
Oh, for birthday
We're going
parties.
DZ at Discovery Zone, where I can cut loose and be on my own. I'm going
DZ
yeah!
at Discovery Zone.
I remember that one.
I lost my phone on the fucking slide ball pit, and now there's a guy outside asking me where my shoes are at. I said they're still in the cubby. Get your hands off of my butthole.
Wow, you had a different experience at DZ than I did.
Hey, man, it was a DZ in fucking Bakersfield.
I would always like here's where, and you've experienced this with me, where I forget I'm a midget because it's like it's just my life, and
it doesn't define you.
Yeah, and you forget I'm a dwarf because I'm just your buddy.
Sure.
So I remember being at Discovery Zone and with my buddies, and we're like 7 to 10, somewhere in there, and we're like, all right, guys, we're gonna play X-Men. So everyone pick an X-Men, and then I picked my favorite X-Men, which was Cyclops, because I fucking love Cyclops.
Yeah.
And then
He's the guy with one eye, right?
He's got the lasers that come out of the eyes.
He's like the LeVar Burton from Star Trek.
He is.
Yeah.
He literally is. He's got like the same sort of vision thing.
Who came first, Cyclops or LeVar Burton?
I think. Well, I think LeVar Burton.
I mean Cyclops or LeVar Burton's character from Star Trek.
Right.
Obviously. Oh, it's the old classic game of who came first, Cyclops or the chicken or the egg, LeVar Burton or Cyclops.
Yeah, exactly. The fictional character or the childhood host of Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, yeah, I'm Cyclops, and then. Like, I remember there was this one kid named Brian, and he would look at me and be like, you can't be Cyclops, because Cyclops is, like, really tall.
Fuck that.
I'd be like,
where the fuck is that kid?
Yeah, fuck you, Brian.
Fuck you, Brian.
I can be Cyclops.
Yeah.
You don't think laser eyes can be effective if they take you out at the waist? I'm actually more effective, fucker.
You can't be Wolverine because my fucking foot's gonna be in your rectum, and Wolverine never had feet in his fucking butthole. You piece of shit.
That was not his power. Who? When divvying up the X-Men powers, who's going for authenticity?
Yeah, Jesus.
So what? So if you have the black friend, you're like, well, no black X-Men. Sorry, dude.
So you can be Storm.
You could.
Wasn't Storm black?
Yeah, Storm's black. Like, sorry, Jamal. You could be Storm. Yeah, there you go. He's like, fine, I'll be Storm.
Yo, man, it's like when I worked at Universal and they told me to take 6 weeks off to tighten up because they said I didn't look like fit enough to be Wolverine. Remember that?
Did they?
Yeah, dude. I was like I was in fine shape.
Yeah.
There was a Captain America. Dude, I was just like, yeah, maybe I had a little like love handles on the side, and they were like, we need to hit the gym, really bulk up those arms.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, because I'm a fake superhero. They're like, you're right, a superhero. They're like, and she's like, first of all, everyone says you've been doing great. Spider-Man, Captain America. I'm like, you mean Jeff and Todd? Because we're fucking wearing suits and we're not the real thing. I'm like, dude. You think I know we're trying to like commit to the whole like reality of these characters, but fucking Captain America drives an Escalade with a bumper sticker that says "Nobody's ugly after 2 a.m." Pretty sure that's not Captain America's slogan, and if it is, I need to fucking go back and read the comics.
That was great.
But did you ever get lost in the ball pit then? At Discovery Zone?
Oh yeah.
Would people leave and like?
Or like they'd leave and then they'd all go back like. It was that thing.
You could have hid and fucking scared the fuck out of people, right?
Dude, I could still do that. Are you kidding me? I just don't want to because I don't want to wait around in child piss.
No, dude, that's a video. If Chuck E. Cheese has a ball pit, I'm going with a fucking GoPro camera.
Let's do it.
You're going with a GoPro camera?
GoPro camera?
And hiding into a ball pit and scaring kids.
Oh, that has to happen. That is going to happen.
I gotta remind myself to do this right now.
Subscribe to Adam Ray's YouTube channel, and you're going to see that video. If we can't get this damn podcast up in the next few weeks, you can be
Chuck E.
sure.
Cheese, bread, ball pit. That's all I'm going to put in my email. I'll know what that means. Or
Perfect.
It's like those things sometimes you write down a joke and like in the middle of the night or something.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what the fuck? What is...
Yeah, what does Captain French Fry mean?
Captain French French fry.
Apparently, Captain French Fry was hilarious, but I have no idea what that is. All right. Going back to the original story. So I'm doing the LOL Comedy Club in San Antonio, which I had a blast.
It's a great place?
Great club, right next to a huge-ass mall, which is comics when you're on the road. If we have a mall, we're good.
Dude, it's perfect.
We're good.
If you've got an Orange Julius and a Dick's Sporting Goods,
we could spend 4 days there.
Survive.
Yeah, we're good.
It really is amazing how sometimes the just desolate, so not having much around you is and then when you do find an area that you're like, oh God, Radio Shack, thank God, like
I can play
all the things
I can play remote control cars for 5 hours.
Yeah,
great.
Dude. If there's a Dave and Buster's, you're like, oh, there's fucking like 90 games I could play here.
Yeah,
like I could stay here, just having some sort of like familiarity. Because like some places you go to, you're like, God, it's fucking the same thing. But it's like then you forget how much you appreciate that when you go to a place and your hotel is miles from it, and maybe it's just a club and that's it.
And that's it. So great club, great audiences. The last show, Sunday night, smallest crowd of the week, and one of the guys, as I'm doing my set, I notice he's got his back to me, like he's facing the other direction. Now he's laughing. He's still laughing at all the jokes. So I'm like, okay, maybe he's deaf, like in one ear, so he's turning his good ear towards me. Like, what's happening here? So I'm curious.
So your initial thought wasn't that he was afraid.
No.
Because he's laughing. Yeah,
because he's laughing. So it's like, all right, cool.
He's like, I want to listen. I just don't want to look at that.
That mongoloid head. So
head shouldn't be that big.
I asked him. I'm like, hey, dude, who's turning around? What's up?
Sure.
What's going on? And then of course, all his friends.
I'm glad that you did address that, by the way. Let me just say, because there's always moments in a show where you can power through and go, all right, I don't need to deal with this. But like, I think we're both at a certain level where it's like you trust that you can deal with whatever, and you're genuinely curious because it's like when you see something you don't see like that, you're like, why? Like when I see somebody texting in the front row, I will stop and get to the bottom of what they were texting because I'm like, what were you doing right now in the front row that you didn't think I was going to see you do that?
Yeah.
Like,
and by the way, we see you texting in the front row because it's a dark comedy club and the phone lights up your face.
It's never important either. It's always like I was texting. Like I've had some people be like, I was texting my friend how funny you were. I'm like, fuck you.
No, you weren't.
Stupid bitch. Give me. And the one time that happened, I grabbed the phone and it was just like, what's going on later? Like, where's Brian?
Yeah,
anyway.
trying to plan something out. And his friends rat him out. His wife rats him out and goes, he can't look at you because he's scared of you. And I go,
what does the crowd do?
And the crowd gasps at first. Like, what the fuck? That's a thing? I go, no, it's a thing. But I go, all right, are you scared of me? Like, because sometimes
they all gasp. But like, if you make fun of a midget in a comedy club, do we all turn into stone? Like, I don't know what happens. Like, that's where they're like, is that okay? Yeah.
Is that okay? But like, I've encountered people like you know those friends of yours that say like, oh, I'm scared of clowns, but then like they can be around them.
Sure.
They just don't prefer them.
Sure.
So there's different levels of the fear. So then I start walking towards him, like, I'm just curious, how scared are you? He gets up out of his seat and runs away. He's like, no, and like
no, not happening. Nope.
Yeah.
People start laughing at that point.
Yeah, and he's like the one Looney Tunes character. Remember, like the buzzard that was kind of mentally challenged, where he's like, no.
He was the Rain Man of cartoons.
Yes, exactly. So he's running away, and I go, holy shit, like, you're really afraid. And by the way, this dude's a badass. Like, he's a biker. He's wearing like a leather vest. He's got tats all over. Like, he's like, you see him on the street, you're like, all right, this dude has shanked some people. And then he's running away from me. And I'm like, wow, this is insane. And I go, why are you here then? Did your family like trick you? Did they like not tell you who the comedian was that night? Like, hey, let's see what happens. But turns out he was trying to conquer his fear. He knew he was afraid of little people, and he heard me on the radio on the Billy Madison show. That's an actual radio show, and it's a great radio show in San Antonio, Texas. And he heard me on there, and he's like, I want to conquer my fear. So he showed up. So I said, don't worry, I'm going to put you in a situation where you have to conquer your fear. So I got off the stage, went up to his wife, and started motorboating her.
Oh, Jesus.
And now he's like, wait, I should go punch him.
Oh, my God.
But I'm scared.
What is the equivalent of that? The guy's afraid. Holy shit, dude. You start more to help him get over the fear.
Yeah, because I'm like, dude.
Hey, man, because if you plan on touching these titties again, you better get over fucking dwarf saliva.
So, and the wife's loving it. The wife's like, grab him. And I start like grabbing the tits. And the guy's like, you could see him struggling. Like, he's trying to run towards me. And he takes 3 steps. And then like, oh, fuck, I can't. And then like, So that's when I know the fear is real because he's literally watching me molest his wife.
Oh my god!
And the wife's
still terrified.
Yeah, and still like
Do you feel
I
bad
can't
at any
close to him.
point?
Never.
Yeah, because you love the motorboat titties. If there's
Exactly,
one
yeah.
thing I know about my buddy Brad Williams,
Yeah.
it's that I've seen him motorboat more titties than a fucking than
Dennis
I don't know.
Rodman looks at me like I wish I have motorboated as many
dude.
titties
I
as
mean,
Brad Williams.
there's got to be. There's something about that, and that is another, I think, stereotype is that women. I mean, because I don't know people that motorboat anymore. I don't know
Right.
people that fucking ride actual motorboats. But like, but the amount of women I've seen that are all about having it happen to them from you.
Yeah, it's I don't know if
It's
they
a novelty.
I don't know if they think they get a wish afterwards, or if like that's like the 1st question.
You're
from St.
making
Peter.
their tits bigger somehow.
Like, oh,
Dude, next time you do it, you need to chant something. Fucking just do some of that made up language from the Nickelodeon show. Be like,
Ukades bela ibakbaliteku.
oh my god,
Bigger
that's-
titties.
Dude, Brad, dude. Okay, that's got to be a bit, dude. Like, talk about motorboating after shows, and sometimes, and you work this into your doing the guest star on Nickelodeon. Say,
Yeah.
like, you take some of that character,
Sure.
and how you like utilize it in real life is that when you motorboat, because like, dude, the idea of you motorboating and reciting some mantra like "mecca like a high, like a hiney ho," whatever it is, dude, that either scares them, or then afterwards you'd be like, in 5 days, your tits will turn to oranges or whatever
Right,
it is.
and then that bit is going to get so popular that in like GNC stores are going to start selling dwarf saliva extract, and it's just going to be like, oh, ancient Chinese.
I'm
secrets.
Billy Mays. Do you want your tits to be full of beer? Then I got the solution for you. Dwarf saliva. Rub it on your nipples. Rub it on your tits. Shoestring potatoes. Shoestring carrots. Now I'm combining fucking inventions. That's the Ronco food dehydrator.
Why not? Yeah. So I keep like referencing it during the show, and he's really scared. But then, like, I'm actually genuinely concerned about the guy because I want to cure him. And by the way, I don't know what possesses
Cure 'em.
people.
Well, it's not a disease. It's a phobia.
Yeah, it is a phobia.
What's the phobia called, by the way?
Achondrophobia, which is like I have achondroplasia. So it's achondrophobia.
Achondroplasia is the medical term for
type of dwarfism that I have.
There's
There-
types?
Yeah, there's over 100 different types.
what the fuck?
Yeah, because you have guys like Mini-Me who are 2 foot whatever. Then you got guys like me that look completely different, but still technically have dwarfism.
Right.
So there's tons of different types because it is a genetic mutation. So you know what? Fuck you, Brian, who said I couldn't be Cyclops. I'm already a mutation. I'm my own damn X-Man.
Yeah, dude, fucking. You better hope Brad doesn't find some fucking ooze somewhere and just elevate his mutation to the next level.
They will be teenage mutant ninja midget.
I had 4 sons originally: Leonardo, Donatello, the guy from Captain EO, and Brad.
Thank you, Splinter. Yeah, so during my set, I would slowly, like, because I saw the guy laughing, so I would slowly start walking towards him, but not mentioning that I was walking towards him. Then all of a sudden, I'd be 3 feet away from him, and then I go, "Hey, buddy, I'm 3 feet away from you, and you're not running. You're doing better." And like the crowd would start applauding, like, "Yeah, he's next to the midget." Like, and by the end of it, when he came up to me after the show, he gave me a big hug. He's like, "I can do it."
I can do it.
Yeah.
Wow. You're like fucking, what's his name? Tony Robbins.
Yeah, only my teeth are 1/8 the size.
That's incredible, though. So you took it upon yourself at that point.
Yeah.
You're like, the show's going to continue, but I'm going to fucking make this guy okay.
Right.
Well, I mean, but you did this post-show.
Yeah.
You
And-
couldn't turn the show into an AA meeting for,
No.
for dwarfism.
Hi, I'm Ted, and I have a problem with midgets. It's been 12 days since I last cried while watching the Willy Wonka movie.
Ted, that's great, but this is an abortion clinic, so I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Oh, I thought I saw the pictures of the fetuses up front, and I thought they were midgets. I'm sorry. Did we just get inappropriate? Maybe.
Maybe.
Why not?
Hey, man.
Fuck it. So, but I just
Well,
don't.
that's very big of you. No pun intended.
Yeah, and I just don't get the fear because it's like, why are you afraid of like it's not contagious? Like I can't walk up
But
to
I
you, breathe on you, and you go, I'm melting. You know, like that doesn't happen.
Well, you don't know. You don't know what that halitosis shit midget breath you got on you.
Stamos!
Stamos might be onto something.
Damn it, Stamos!
No, but you know what? It's one of those things that you don't, out of sight, out of mind. You're not around it. You don't know enough about it.
Right.
Like we've talked about. You create these stereotypes. You create these things to be cautious of because you don't. These just, like that's why I understand the fear, but I don't. But even before I met you and we became friends, because I don't think I'd like been around a dwarf
Yeah.
until then.
Yeah.
You see them, you know.
Yeah,
at,
you see them on TV and stuff.
or
you see them in Disneyland or whatever.
I can't even think of like where. I mean, I'm sure just you see one like on the bus or an airplane
Yeah, yeah.
or fucking in a Mickey Mouse suit or.
Well, that and you know that if you take a recorder flute and you play a certain segment of notes, we have to come running.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's just we all know.
Well,
that.
that's why, dude. Why do you think I got so good at hot cross buns? You think my mom made my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? I had fucking 16 dwarfs living in my closet making my sandwiches. Hot cross buns, and they were like, "Speaking of buns,
Let me tell you.
would you like a Cinnabon?" No, but
Yeah.
so but it is. I don't know. I can't totally understand it because it's just like it's still a person. So
Right.
it's like, what do you?
Yeah, and
If you're gonna pick a sect of people to be afraid of,
yeah,
and this is where we could go down race road, or we could.
oh sure. Speaking of that,
could,
I saw the movie.
People with shaved heads. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be, dude. After I saw like American History X or some shit, like I see people with shaved heads still. Some people immediately go, "Oh, does he have a type of cancer?" I'm like, "Oh, does he have a type of anti-Semitism?" Like, there's.
So you're just cautious as a Jew. You're
Yes.
like, all right, I got to be kind of.
I mean, for a little bit, I was, and
Right.
even just if after I saw Schindler's List, I'd see people with shaved heads. I'm like, dude, did you fucking like? That's how much I couldn't tie it together. I was so affected by the movie. I was like, dude, did you just get out of fucking Auschwitz? And they're like, dude, that happened like 60 years ago. I just fucking shaved my head because
Yeah.
it's like fucking it's summertime and it gets hot, and I used
Right.
to have long hair. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, cool, man. Assalamu alaikum. They're like, is that even Jewish? I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm just fucking uncomfortable right now.
Yeah, speaking of being uncomfortable, I saw the movie 42 over the weekend, the Jackie Robinson story.
Did you see it at the Magic Johnson theaters?
I saw it at the Alamo Draft House, which is right next to the comedy club.
Okay.
And there was black people sitting right next to me, and that movie says the N-word an uncomfortable amount of times.
does it really?
I mean, well,
How many times did you look over and check to see if they were laughing or not?
every time.
And I don't know why I said laughing. I don't know.
Yeah,
why
yeah,
you
yeah.
laughed.
No,
I meant like
they weren't laughing. I just kept looking. Like, am I supposed to cheer? Am I supposed to But I'm cheering for Jackie.
Or do you lean over when you hear it and you go, "Hey, just so you know, I'm not cool with it either."
Yeah, or just like one of those, because I didn't want to do some moment where like the guy calls Jackie an N-word and then he gets a hit and I clap and they go, "Were you cheering the N-word or the clap?" And I'm like, yeah.
You gotta time your applause.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. It's like, no, go Jackie. Like,
Yeah, go Jackie.
I was
I'm cheering for base hits, not.
It's like, hey, I'm from
not
Los Angeles. I'm a
back
Dodgers
whips.
fan.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that was definitely an uncomfortable situation. Like, and I would imagine that would happen for any kind of type of movie where you see a certain group getting oppressed. If you're sitting next to that group, you're
Of
just
course.
like, oh man.
Of course.
Yeah, this has got to suck.
I mean, it's like when I saw Oblivion, I was sitting next to this alien, and the whole
Right.
time I was like, hey, dude, like I get that you like Tom Cruise, but fuck you, dude. All right, I saw Independence Day. I saw what you tried to do to Jeff Goldblum. So suck my fucking dick. I did a show at a Jewish community center from USC.
Oh.
the one I worked at.
Oh, Hillel.
Yeah, the Hillel.
Yeah, the Hillel house.
Yeah.
Dude, forever I thought that meant hello in
Hello?
Hebrew.
Shalom means hello.
Yeah. But because it's so close, so when I would see my Jewish friends when I was going to
You'd go,
USC,
"Hello."
I'm like, hello. They would,
Dude, but you know what though? Because you put the Jewish inflection on it, they probably just went along with it. They're like, oh, he's so cute.
hello, Brad.
Dude, oh my God. Dressing you up like an Orthodox Jew, by the way, would be fucking great.
If the curls were dragging,
Wait a minute. Dude, another great idea, dude. Because you know the fucking Orthodox Jews walk up and down La Brea,
Right.
where in my neighborhood, like, because there's like 6 or 7 like Orthodox synagogues.
yeah.
Dude, put you in the full attire. There for sure are not dwarf Orthodox Jews anywhere. And dude, we get the long hair braided.
Oh, yeah.
You walk around, maybe get
Absolutely.
like the hat, and because what would they think? And then maybe get you to read some of the. I don't know, man.
I
Giving out
would think-
menorahs or fucking
I would
throwing
think-
Hanukkah gelt at kids,
I would think that
motorboating and fucking reciting the Shema.
right. I would think a dwarf Jew would be like the perfect kind of Jew because you guys are always looking for deals instead of half off. I'm half a person.
Hilarious.
Like I'm literally half a person.
Jesus. Look at this, man.
Like
This
the
is-
Jews look at me and go, "He's got this beat."
See, man, this is why this podcast is the fucking shit, because we're coming from two just areas of life where like the Jew and the dwarf world can create hours of conversation. And look what we're
Absolutely.
I don't know why we haven't come up with the whole dwarf Jew.
Dwarf Jew was the one of the Inglourious Bastards that got cut out of Quentin Tarantino's final cut. They had Bear Jew and then the less popular Dwarf Jew.
He was also one of the founding members of Captain Planet. It was Earth, Wind, Fire, Dwarf Jew. What the fuck?
Can we get Heart in here? Because Dwarf Jew's just making it creepy.
Did you ever hear my old Captain Planet bit?
No.
I've done it 5 times. Let me know right now if I should do it again. So I would go. The premise would be that there's always one person in a group of friends that feels like just left out and on the outside. Like everyone has been that friend or knows that friend growing up. I go, even in fictional characters like Captain Planet, man. All these guys, they'd get together before they would go chase or try to prevent a natural disaster. They'd all put their rings in and chant out their powers. Earth, wind, fire, water. And then fucking a little Indian boy in the corner, Heart. And everyone look over like, what the fuck, dude? We're trying to stop a tsunami, not reconcile somebody's marriage. What the fuck are you doing? Heart? What are you doing? Dude, go fucking sign the fan posters.
Dude, but and you're right. Like,
because that kid was always like, kind of like, obviously I'm being a little bit, heightening the aggressive, but it was a little bit of like what was his name? Like Tamali or
Ukman?
I don't know what it was. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. Whatever it was. Chest pass. Mahmoud Abdul Rauf.
Yeah, right? Oh my God, that's so funny. But there is that in every group. In the X-Men, it was Jubilee. Because I know I'm going back to the Jew thing, and that's not like a racial slur.
No.
Her name was actually
delicious candy.
Her name was actually Jubilee.
Wow.
Which I think in South Park that was the name of the Jewish camping trip.
It's great.
They call it Jubilee. But because like you have Gambit who could like charge stuff up. Obviously Wolverine's got the claws and like Cyclops' lasers
and the love
out of his eyes. Yeah, and the love handles for Adam, right? And then Jubilee, fireworks come out of her fingers. And not like rockets.
Not Roman candles, like sparklers?
Like sparklers. Like she's just like,
look here, I'll write your name in the fucking...
put a camera on a really low shutter speed, and then I can slowly write your name, and then we can make a really cool Instagram photo. That's my power.
Wow.
Like, so basically... The only time she would be useful is if it was like, it's in the dead of night, there's no lights, and the plane has to land and can't see the runway. Thank God we have Jubilee here. Jubilee would just be like, all right, I can do something. Light up. Like, she was basically like a high-powered nightlight, and that was her power.
Her nemesis was the light bright. Every time she heard light bright, turn on the power of colored light, she'd go, fucking make it stop!
That son of a bitch, light bright! Oh my God!
So I'm doing this. So I'm doing this show at the Hillel, and afterward it goes great.
Which was a Jubilee.
Yes, it was a great Jubilee, and I do a lot of. I end up like riffing on all this. I was like, I gotta have some Jewish material about like the frat because there were a lot of kids in like this Greek system there.
So that's what the Hillel House is. It's a
the Hillel
Jewish
is
frat.
the Jewish Community Center. It's basically like the temple on campus.
Temple de Trojan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I moved in early because there was a thing called Fresh Fest, which was for all the Jews. It was like moving early if you're a Jew day.
Sounds like a casting call to be R. Kelly's girlfriend.
Fresh Fest?
Fresh Fest.
Maybe it was. Maybe it was a Jewish moving camp. You know what? Let's check my blog from fucking 2002 and you'll see what happened. But so the event was cool, and so I ended up riffing these jokes about like, you know what a shofar is?
What's that?
It's like it's a ram's horn that they blow on the high holy days, like Rosh Hashanah, to basically like.
Is that like your version of the Ricola commercial?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
So instead of
well, they do say
Ricola.
They do it. They go like the rabbi will go takia, and the guy will go and they'll go takia gadola.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So I go.
The Jew horn.
It's a ram's horn. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it signifies. So I go. Hey, live in a Jew frat. I go. People think like, oh, we just fucking said the Shema all the time. I go, no, man. I learned how to make a bong out of a shofar. I was like, and so the chants that people know, they go like, takia, dun dun. I would be like, takia Doritos, dun dun, and then whatever.
Wait, so do they like sound that horn when like Walmart's having a sale?
You know what? Yes, they do.
Walmart's having a sale. Sound the Jew horn. Sound the Jew horn. 30% off boys wear. Sound the Jew horn.
No, that's the Catholic fucking butt whistle.
I mixed my jokes.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah, what would be the half off thing the Jews would go crazy
Oh my
for?
God. Caps.
Caps. Yeah,
I don't know.
or,
Hats. Food.
Electronics. I don't know what the stereotypical Jew item from Walmart would be.
You can't.
What's like Geraldo used to say: if you're a Jew and you're shopping at Walmart, chances are your life hasn't gone according to plan.
What a great joke. R.I.P. Greg Giraldo.
Yeah, dude.
But
So post show,
Yeah.
this is what happens at these Jewish mothers and Jewish girls, adult girls, love to set up their friends with Jews.
Yes.
Especially, hey man, being a funny Jew, girls like that because, hey, I was in a Jewish frat. I have a lot of Jewish guy friends. A lot of them fucking have really awful senses of humor. Because for whatever reason, man, they just have also, they're just, hey man, we're being in the field of comedy. We're just more.
Sure.
We've been doing it for a lot longer.
Yeah,
thinking,
you're pro.
thinking in a comedic fashion.
Sure.
So post show, this girl goes, okay, she's adorable, and she
Yeah, yeah.
immediately starts to try to like set me up with a friend, and she's like, you're gonna love my friend. Let me give you her number. And I was like, what? And she
I
goes,
think she'd probably want to get permission or
Yeah,
something. Like you don't
yeah.
just call up.
And I was always like,
hey, this is a guy. Let's fuck.
I go, who is she? What does she
Yeah.
look like? She goes, she's great. She's funny.
Uh-oh.
I go, let me guess. And in a girl voice, I go, let me guess. She's amazing. She goes, hey.
She
And
knew
I was
your
like,
trick.
yeah. And I was like, yo, what girl has not pitched her friend as being unbelievable? So you're trying to set somebody up on a blind date or just sell your friend as a pitch. No girl is ever gonna be like, you're gonna love Catherine. She's 6'9". She's got 20 cats. She's cockeyed. Her breath smells like shit. You're never gonna go, oh, cool, yeah, I'm free. Never.
Right.
So she's trying to pitch me, and then I was just like, yeah. She keeps forcing the number on me. And she's like, you gotta call. I was like, can I at least get her name? And she's like, why, you gonna look her up on Facebook? I'm like, yeah, maybe. I have no face. For all I know, you're setting me up with someone who doesn't have a face. Because I don't like I'm assuming that by you just being like, hey, here's a set of digits, call them, and then fall in love. Because obviously the friend, she has all these plans right away. She's just like, because all she knows of me is 20 minutes on a stage with a microphone. It's like, you don't know that I have,
got issues.
You know that my parents, got divorced and got back together when I was 8.
Adam,
What?
they didn't get back together. That was just what a guy told you on the playground.
What?
Reenacting Adam Ray's childhood.
Oh, Jesus.
But here's the code though. Is that when a woman is describing her friend to you, whenever she starts off with she's funny, she's amazing, she's a great listener, you're going,
How much does she weigh?
Exactly.
No. I mean, that's
no, but it's like the looks department, like because
also let's not
ladies,
fucking beat around the bush, man. People, you're the physical attraction part is
it's an important part.
Yo,
it's an important part. You can argue.
It's an important
and
part
say,
early on, and then like obviously like all the other stuff is just as important. Sense of humor,
Sure.
getting along, being able to talk. Because like once you get into your 60s and 70s,
right?
If you haven't fucking gotten trapped in the ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese and you're still kicking and alive, you somehow got out. Then you gotta have things to talk about and in common. And
exactly,
it's maybe the sex has gone away. Hopefully not. When I'm 70, I'm just going to be just
let's hope.
Yeah. Dude, you know what's funny? When I hear people that
keep the voice, Adam, and you will.
Dude, what's my voice going to be like when I'm 70?
I
think, because like, look at like Morgan Freeman. Like, he was talking like this when he was 25, probably. And now he's pushing 70, and it's just a little bit deeper.
Yeah, so your voice might get even deeper. Wow. You're going to be like Ben Stein when you get older.
What if it just got Jewier?
Oh.
Just slower and Jewy. Wait, how's Ben Stein talk?
Fry, Bueller.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Bueller. I was in Richard Nixon's cabinet. Bueller.
I hosted Ben Stein's Money.
I discovered Jimmy Kimmel. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah, so you're going to get to that point, man.
All right. It does make me, though, when I hear about, like, because I've had friends who've even taken Viagra as jokes, and I just have not done that yet because I don't fucking...
You've never done it?
No, dude.
Oh, I have.
Yo,
Dude, it's a trip.
Yo, at this point, I have yet to have problems with that.
Yeah.
But also, I think the knowing that what it can do to your heart, the panics I've had on pot brownies at Disneyland, fucking going up to Winnie the Pooh and being like, "Hey man, my heart's about to pop out of my chest. Can you point me in the direction of the nearest first aid station?" And having that motherfucker stay in character and just go and give me like the big hands up, and I'm like, "Hey Pooh Bear, you want to fucking drop the act for a minute?
Right.
Put down the honey and show me where the fucking Band-Aids are and the EKG machine, man."
Dude, when I did it,
So I can't deal with Viagra because I know that like it's
your heart's gonna.
Yeah, like, I don't know because isn't that one of the side effects? Or like,
I don't know. When I did it, I just kind of did it because I thought,
how long did it go for?
All night. Like it.
I mean, I guess
so here's the thing. It goes for like 2 hours and then it goes down. But then after that, you flick that thing. A breeze and bam, back up.
Now, does it stay erect after you
finish?
Yeah.
If you do it early enough, yeah. Like if you pop the pill, you're hard, and then like 2 minutes later, bam, you're still good.
Because my recovery time is still pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm assuming if you're like.
Well, we have. If you ever have a situation, Adam, where you have 47 women and only one night to please them all, well, then maybe you might have some assistance. That's all I'm gonna say.
I wish I could tell you I could please all of you at the same time. Thankfully, I can with Viagra. Morgan Freeman's Viagra. Whether you're in a prison or you're playing God, you can fuck all night and all day long.
Just make sure you purchase your Viagra with Visa.
Yeah, Visa. Helping cocks filled with blood since 1947. Or maybe it was 45. Where are we off to, Miss Daisy?
Yeah, I got worried when I took it because I thought me being smaller, like it wouldn't just go to my dick, like me being a midget, it would just make my whole body hard.
Yeah,
like I would
question you asked your doctor?
I didn't get it from a doctor, dude.
You got it from a 7-Eleven. You got it from a guy named fucking
yeah, exactly.
Mahmoud Abdul Rauf. No, make sure you take this. Make sure you take it with water or Gatorade. I don't know. He sees you buying. He's like, I don't know if I should sell this to you. It might make your penis turn into a frog. What? I don't know. Isn't that what happens to your dick when you feed it with pills? I think you read that from Stamos, man.
Stamos!
Dude, Stamos is becoming the fucking interrupting Danza.
He is. Like, you have interrupting Danza.
We're going to have both of them on.
I have Stamos. Danza will have to meet Stamos when we eventually have Stamos on. And that's going to happen. That's going to happen.
Wait, so what happened? So you.
Yeah, I mean, I popped it.
That's the story, basically.
I mean, I got hard for like a long ass time, and it was good. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, don't be popping it like Pez. You know, don't have a Pez dispenser with Bob Dole as the head, and then you're just popping Viagra's every 2 seconds.
That's probably a bad idea. Two people that will never be coming into contact with Viagra are my nieces. And Jansen.
What a transition,
Jansen,
Adam
I'd like to pull
Ray.
this video up because I was home a few weeks ago, and obviously Bieber's been in the news a lot with the whole Anne Frank stuff that we talked about.
Right.
And then there's a video of him getting attacked on stage.
Funny.
This kid rushes the stage, and then another kid tries to grab him off, and then the piano flips.
Really?
And the video taken by these girls, they freak out. They're like, "Oh my god!" And one of them goes, "Justin, oh my god!" Because the piano flips. It looks like it flips on top of them, like the fucking house on the Wicked Witch of the East.
Oh wow!
And so they're freaking out.
That would have been like the teenage girl version of the Kennedy Zapruder film.
Oh yeah,
like that's what they would watch frame by frame. Yeah. Like this is the part where the piano flips on Bieber.
Oh yeah, it was kind of nuts. So anyway, I sat down with my nieces who are 3.5.
Okay,
and they know who Bieber is. They listen to the music.
All right, it's
they
safe.
Sing it.
It's safe for them. It's
and
good.
I asked a series of questions because I'm like, hey, I want to get to the bottom of true believers and see what it is about Bieber that's so appealing. So Jansen,
do you guys like Justin Bieber? Are you guys believers?
They're nodding.
Do you think Anne Frank would have been a believer?
Yeah.
Is Justin Bieber going to be the next Michael Jackson?
Uh-huh.
Do you think Justin Bieber could beat up Phil Collins in a fight?
Yeah.
Do you think Justin Bieber has small nipples?
No.
If Justin Bieber ran for president, would you vote for him?
Yeah.
Do you think Justin Bieber would play ping pong with us?
Yeah.
Is his music good?
No.
If Justin Bieber came out with a cologne called Poop Pants, would you still buy it? If Justin Bieber played Will Smith in a movie, would you go see it?
Yeah.
Me too. Do you think Justin Bieber and Billy Ocean should team up for a Christmas album?
Yeah.
Who's a better singer, Justin Bieber or Selena Gomez?
Go get.
Go
Selena
guys.
Gomez?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Do you think Justin Bieber has a hairy back? Do you think Justin Bieber pees his pants?
This is great.
Yeah.
Do you think he tells anybody about it, or do you think he just wears pee pants all day?
Pee pants all day.
Do you think Justin
by the way, I
Bieber
think
should
Pee Pants
buy
All Day
Facebook
played Coachella.
and change it to Bieber Book? Can I go see a Justin Bieber concert by myself in a leather jacket?
No.
Is Justin Bieber the greatest dancer of all time?
No.
Who is? Usher?
No. Actually, Adam.
I'm the best dancer of all time?
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't know how much I needed that today.
Yeah, we can stop it.
Well played, Adam Ray.
Unbelievable, right? Their timing. I mean, I asked them probably 10 more questions than that, but like the variety, like fucking, them both saying no to the hairy nipples. They both
At the same time.
Yeah, that was the only one they both were in agreement on.
Right. Yeah, then they both didn't like his music. That was great, man.
Pee pants all day, gave him options, man. I didn't tell her. I didn't tell her to say that shit.
Pee Pants all day,
Yo,
man.
That's straight from the true fans, man.
Yeah.
I want Bieber to see that so he really knows that that hey, just because they're 3 doesn't mean they don't fucking have developed opinions about his music and his pee styles.
Exactly. We've been going for about an hour, so I believe it's that time.
Okay.
I believe it's that time. So, Adam, plug your stuff.
You can find me on Twitter at Adam Ray Comedy. Hashtag pee pants.
Hashtag Pee Pants.
Hashtag pee pants. And I will be at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood tonight, and Comedy Juice on Wednesday at the Hollywood Improv.
Nice.
Have my Montreal callback on Thursday.
Ooh.
I get.
Yeah, that would
various
be
reasons.
that'd be the shit because
Yeah.
I'm allowed to say it. It's cool.
You are?
Yeah. I got into the Montreal Comedy Festival,
Dude.
Thank you.
New faces, right?
Not New Faces.
No, the gala.
I got into the Dirty Show, or is that called the Dirty Show?
Yeah,
It's called
see,
the
I gotta go.
Nasty Show.
I gotta
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
Let's hope that this movie is enough, and then I'll crush it on Thursday, and hopefully that's enough.
dude. Us in Montreal.
Oh, dude, it's good. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
It'd be bananas.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
So, and then I will be at the Denver Comedy Works next week. The
Best club in the
16th
country.
Can't wait. 16th through the 18th, and then headlining the South one on the 19th.
Oh, nice.
And then Brad and I go to Mexico, and then that's going to be
Yeah. You know what? We were all hoping for a weekend at Bernie's 3, and we never got it. But we will get Brad and Adam Ray go to Mexico.
Oh, dude, some of the pictures. Hey, maybe we can find a dead guy and still make this happen.
It's Mexico. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty confident we could do that.
But check out my dates on AdamRayTV.com. Just posted a new video today, and the Chuck E. Cheese video will be coming soon.
Nice. Follow me on Twitter at FunnyBrad. Go to my website, BradWilliamsComedy.com.
Where are you coming up?
Upcoming dates. This weekend, I'll be in Minnesota at the House of Comedy at the Mall of America there. Then I'm coming home doing Irvine Improv, doing the Comedy Club at Pachanga, and recording my album. If you live in Southern California, I'm recording a new album May 31st, June 1st at the Ice House in Pasadena.
I'll be there.
You will be there, Adam Ray.
Yo,
so
I'll warm that shit up for you.
Yeah,
new album? That's great.
New album. The old one is doing well on Pandora. People want a new album. I've got the material. So if you live in Southern California, come out to the Ice House in Pasadena. It's a great club. You can see me and Adam there and laugh loud because
That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Going on tape. So like we said at the beginning of the podcast, stay subscribed to us. We will continue to update you with what's happening on Twitter, on Facebook. All of that.
A lot of big guests coming, more great shows. Spread the word. And I just got to read this over there. Dude,
Sure.
fucking the Bulls beat the Heat.
Really? Game 1?
Yeah.
Oh,
My buddies from Seattle texted me about Nate Robb nonstop because he's from there.
Yeah. It's on now.
Dude, you can't bring D Rose back at this point.
No, you
can't fuck with the heart that they're playing with.
You got the chemistry. Let's do it. So when we come back, maybe we'll be like Bulls NBA champions again. So who knows? Thank you for listening. Continue to rate us. Continue to like us. And you guys are the best ever. And we will see you on the road.
Stamos!
Stamos! For Adam Ray, I'm Brad Williams. Please try to remember our names in the morning.